Good morning and welcome to another property from PP Property. So we have got two properties for you today on one article. So this gives the opportunity, well, it gives various opportunities. You can obviously live in one of the houses and rent the other one out, or develop it into one larger family home. It could be ideal if you're a family that has older children or grandparents or your own mother and father. I mean, it has lots and lots of options. You can see quite clearly it is a rectangular plot, and you can see by the arrows where the borders are, it is divided down one side by a line of grapevines. It is bordered on the other side by a track and roads. There is what can be a really pretty courtyard right in the centre of the two properties. Now I'm going to tell you where you are. 20 minutes to Luçar. Less than 30 minutes to Coimbra, which is Portugal's third city and is steeped in history. 1 hour and a half to Porto Airport. It is also situated just 1.4 kilometres, or just over a mile, to a wonderful picnic spot on the banks of the River Mondego. It is a very central location and as such gives a possible tourist income. While you look around, I will tell you a bit more about Coimbra. Nestled in the heart of Portugal, Coimbra and its enchanting surroundings boast a rich tapestry of history, culture and natural beauty. The city itself is a vibrant blend of old world charm and modern vitality. As you wander its cobbled streets, you'll be captivated by the echoes of centuries past that resonate through its medieval architecture and ornate churches. Coimbra is renowned for its prestigious university, a storied institution that dates back to the 13th century. The University of Coimbra's regal buildings and imposing library stand as guardians of knowledge, exuding an air of academic reverence that has endured for generations. The university's influence has shaped the city's character, infusing it with a youthful energy and fostering a lively arts and music scene. Venturing beyond the city's boundaries, you'll discover a landscape of breathtaking diversity. After all of that, let's fly down and meet Sarah, who's going to take us around the property.
Hello, good morning. So today we are in a slightly different location. We're up in Vila Nova de Poiares, which is 20 minutes from Coimbra, but still in the countryside. We've got a property here that needs some work, but quite easily could two cottages, both of them ready for habitation. If you were to walk through here, you go into part of the back garden. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you that from the other side. And at the moment, we're going to walk up the road so I can show you, although you've got drive-on access here, there's a garage here. Obviously, we've just missed the full bloom of the flowers, which is a shame. Now, there's a garage here. Oh, beautiful butterfly. Garage here. The roof's gone. Okay, so that needs a new roof. But it's there, just needs a new roof. Unfortunately, the car's not ours. It's kind of in the way. Can't move it. So, here is one cottage, and here is the other. They are both two-bedroom cottages with a kitchen, lounge, and we have this lovely courtyard entrance. And imagine this property's sat empty for really quite a long time. Now, if you imagine if it was just painted up and with a fairly minimal amount of work, what we're talking probably, what do I guesstimate a price? You need a new roof on this one. I can see that the woodwork there is going a bit. It obviously needs painting. There's some repair work. But entering into this courtyard, if those walls were white, it would have a completely different effect. So let's have a look. Even just if you were able to imagine the balustrades up there, white, not rain-worn because it's been empty for over 15 years, it would have a completely different effect. Now, as you're looking at that room there, obviously it held the water tank. You're going to need a new water tank. That's been abandoned for some years, but we've got a storage area under there. We're not going to use this door here. We're going to go here through into the kitchen. Would you like to leave the way there? I mean, you could probably get a glimpse through the gate because the land beyond that is also included. Now the courtyard here is also very nice. Private. It's a nice, sometimes an enclosed, it's like a walled garden. Very rarely do you build one, but it's always very nice to be in one. Entering into what I'm going to call the first cottage, slightly larger cottage. We've got a bigger kitchen and a bigger lounge area in this property. Now this is the newer of the two properties. The other one is stone and this is a concrete build. Now on top of here is the terrace. It's a flat terrace and there is water damage in here and there's no point pretending otherwise. However, with a new roof on the whole property, and it's not huge, it's about 50 square metres in footprint. I'm sorry, I'm slightly guessing. So a new roof on the top, and then what's happened is the water from the roof has come down and been allowed to just land on this roof rather than there being any guttering. And that's what's caused the damage in here. But as you can see, we have good kitchen work surfaces.
Yeah, the original tiles that they used to seal the terrace have lifted, and Sarah's right, it was probably due to no guttering on the main roof, but they've lifted. They basically need replacing, and the terrace, which is above this kitchen area, needs resealing. But it's not a major job, it's concrete, it's just reseal it, the problem's gone away.
Yeah. 15 years empty. I mean, it's amazing actually because the floor tiles look good. Look at your kitchen, the countertops are great. I'm pretty sure the cupboards underneath all need replacing. But if you're happy with it, there's plenty of work surface. You've got a sink there, space for your oven, and this is quite nice where you can go through. Because if that was a wall, it would have a completely different feel to it.
Yeah.
So it just opens up the property. It's quite nice when you get these sort of, I was going to say keyhole, but you can see through. So as you come into the lounge, we have a fireplace. So there's an open fireplace there. Not too large, which is a benefit, because the enormous ones just lose heat. And one of the nice things here is you go straight out to that garden. So you can tell by the flowers that I was stood on the other side of that enormous, I'm not going to call it, oh gosh, I was going to say, am I going to call it a bougainvillea again? They can't all be bougainvillea. I've got it right. So, lounge area here, good, because actually everything's spread out, 3-seater sofa, 2 armchairs, and a huge space in the middle still. Then we're up 2 steps into what the owners have used as a dining area. Now, obviously makes it slightly shorter in height, but you're sitting down, you're eating. I don't think it's a big, I mean, Paul's still got nearly a foot above his head. So this is a nice, you've got dining, lounge, kitchen, it works. It's a really nice cottage, actually. Well, I say cottage because it's 2-bedroom. Now, from here, and it's light. This is the area we're stood in at the moment is the darkest area. But there you've got door, 2 windows, and on the other side the light's reflected through. Whew. Easy for me to say. So, do we want to, I think we probably ought to go upstairs, do you think? Yeah. And do the full property. And then maybe we'll go back out to the garden and explain where the boundary is on this side of the property there. Okay. So again, the tiles throughout, continuing from the kitchen through the lounge and up to this area here, are all in good condition. As you go up the stairs, the tops of the tiles are wooden. I've just been tapping it. No, it is real wood.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
And then I
wooden
think the risers. Is it the risers?
the risers.
The risers are tiled. And there's a light coming in here through the window, which gives light to the hallway. Now the bathroom, you've got a slightly lower ceiling. There is a wash basin, a toilet, and a WC. Behind the screen is a full bath. Paul can't find the screen, the glass thing. I've shut it because it's quite dirty inside, and I didn't think it was a particularly attractive feature.
There's a bath behind there, okay.
Yeah. Believe me, there's a bath there, okay? So, moving on. And here, maybe if you take in the ceiling, okay, you can see, I mean, the wood is slightly damaged, but you've got a good height. It's not the same as the bathroom there. So we might as well turn to the right first. This is the smaller of the bedrooms. Again, nice wooden vaulted ceilings. I would have thought you'd keep these. I mean, the damage on the end.
You can't keep them because you need to replace the whole roof.
And you'd have to.
But yeah, put it back in the same style for sure.
Okay, all right. Because it's nice to have. Well, it's personal taste, isn't it? But
Yeah.
the height of a vaulted ceiling, and also it helps with the heat in the summer. Now, if you were to look out the window there, you're overlooking the bougainvillea. Haha, I can say it, and know that I'm right. Although I'm believing my husband. Which is,
No, Kathy told me.
we've got a reliable source. We've got, there are built-in wardrobes. And so it's a good size double. The next one, I'm in front of you again. Okay, this has its own door onto the balcony. I'm going to shut that and we'll go out the other one. Door, window, loads of light. Now this is it's a really nice bedroom. Brilliant size. Bougainvillea on my left. Orange tree on my left. Patio with gorgeous views on my right. Big double. Built-in wardrobe, dressing table, side tables, a nice space. A big bedroom.
Yeah, it's a very nice sized bedroom.
Yep. And you can see, of course, we've got the overhang. Again, okay, it's damaged, but that is giving shade to the windows, isn't it?
Yeah, when you do replace this roof, which you really must, I think you'd replace it in the style that it's already in, because it does really suit the property.
It adds character, everything that adds character. And often people, for some reason, they don't really put overhangs on properties, and obviously it's sort of dual purpose. One, rain, away from your walls, away from your windows. Two, add shade onto the windows in the summer. So it just seems a bit crazy not to do that.
Yeah.
However, right, let's go out that door and get those views in. And what we haven't mentioned so far, and I know Paul will do it, he tends to do it on the, shades on, tends to do it on the drone video, but we are 2 minutes from a river beach, which I think we might have to go and get in, but I don't think you can film that because I haven't got my swimming costume. But there's 2 minutes from a river beach that I've not been to down there. There's also a cafe and restaurant, which I heard. But we're talking driving. So we talked about going and get a gas bottle. And I'm like, up that hill, carrying it, no way. But location-wise, we're just at the edge of a quiet village. And although we are focusing now on the cottage...
Well, I'm going to look at the courtyard and the entrance.
The courtyard. You have to use your imagination. I mean, unfortunately, right now, it is a bit ugly. It's been neglected. It doesn't have to stay this way at all. It could be really nice. Really very nice.
It's actually still got a lovely feel when you're
Yeah, it has, yeah. And it's sort of two areas, isn't it? So, now I've thought of something. Right, I'm looking at the views. Oh, my thoughts will have to remain with me for a little while. So, we have obviously far distant views of hills and trees and marvellous countryside. I'm not sure, right, I cannot see the camera, but if you would, you can see the boundary of the land along the vines. Unfortunately, because of the light, I literally just can't see what Paul can see in the camera.
Yeah, I can see that.
The vines along the right, and then to the left of the vines, coming back across here,
Yeah, it drops off.
it drops off. Now, so if you can't see the drop, basically where the vegetables are, they're not yours. There's a lane down there, and I've just walked. So with this enormous fig tree and the big orange tree, they're in. And the ferns.
It goes all the way to the road. There's a road.
There's a road on the other side. I've just walked down the road and spoken to the lady who owns all the beautifully growing vegetables and confirmed where the boundaries are. Now, can I go back to my thoughts?
Yes.
Okay. My thought was, obviously, you've got two cottages, two two-bedroom cottages. So for many people, this is the opportunity for both a home and a rental. And you could have a courtyard each, couldn't you? Because
there's no reason not to.
you could actually give both of you a courtyard. You could put a barbecue in each one, and then as your home, it remains private. For a rental, it depends what you want to do. It just occurred to me that because of the way it's split, you could actually put a gate in there if you wanted. Yeah. But it might not be the best idea. Just give the garden. No. But it's a possibility, isn't it?
Very good idea.
So, what have we got here? And that explains why the bathroom has the lower ceiling.
Yeah.
So that's the only area that has a slightly low ceiling. And you can see the roof, you can see the chimney, and that's what needs to be replaced. But again, you can see it's not a huge roof area. You're not talking about...
No, it's not. You can see, well, I hope you can see, that a lot of the tiles have been frost blown, over... I mean, I know the style of tile, and that 50 years ago that these tiles were used commonly. This make of tile is at least 50 years old, so they have gone over time, and now the roof is in need of replacement. But it's not a big roof; it's a very simple roof, so the cost would not be prohibitive. I mean, between 7,000 and 10,000 euros, depending on levels of insulation, etc., etc.
Let's put up to 15 just for the sake of saving ourselves. Also, something to consider is the fact that you could put in proper insulation, whereas 20 years ago, the levels of insulation put in Portugal and in many countries were not sufficient for the heat or the difference in temperature levels that we're living with today. So it's actually a benefit to re-roof it. A lot of properties, actually. Even if you've got a property with a relatively new roof, put extra insulation in, I say, to everyone now. However much you think you've got, just put some extra in. Wooden stairs are nice, though. So, shall I get out the way and then you can get a full view? Because I think it's a nice house, this.
Yeah.
Now, we said we'd go out the door into the courtyard. Well, not the courtyard, the garden. It feels nice. That's often what sells a house, is the feeling you get when you walk into it. And obviously, I'm not the buyer for this one. But it has got a nice feeling. Ah! There we go. There was a good reason for coming out here. There's your well. Hidden under the fantastic bougainvillea. We can't really see the land. Oh, now what's this? Ah, I need Kathy back. Is that a walnut?
Oh, God.
Okay, I was going to stop trying to guess trees.
Something else completely.
Forget it. Yeah, I don't know my trees. We can't really see. But this is the land that we were looking at from the top terrace. It is. This is that land down there. Yeah, okay, I'll be quiet. We'll go back through the door into the other pot. What about if we walk round here? Definitely an orange. I'd say definitely a couple more oranges. Ah, bright light, bright light. Here's the land. Laughing at me. Right, oh gosh. Septic tank. That'll be a soak away. Plenty of land for it to soak into, I wouldn't worry about that. So these are the boundaries we were just describing from above, exactly the same. By the time you can see those great big squashes down there, you're off the land. It's this top level, the boundary runs up those vines and back up where we were a second ago. So as we leave now what I was calling cottage 1, we're going to go through the courtyard and into cottage 2. You can see on the corner, or you will have done as Paul walked past it, that this was a stone cottage. So we're focusing on the one on the right hand side here. And as you enter...
I haven't done yet.
Pardon? As you enter, it's not, I was going to say it's not the prettiest, but this is surface damage. Again, 3 years of being just left. So, what is this? This is an entrance hall, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you could make a use here. It could be an office. We have a bathroom in there. Did they have a shower? I can't remember, I'm afraid. I just looked behind the door. No, so it's just a WC and a wash basin. Now here, you take in the old beams and the fact that this is the original stone wall of the property that you're going through now. It's a smaller lounge. There's always 2 sides to everything. It's cooler. And this goes out. You've got the light coming in through the window. It's not as light as the last place, but it's certainly not dark. And as you go into the kitchen, I mean, it does feel a little bit dark, to be honest. I can't open that door. I don't have a key for the door. But here, so we've got wooden cupboards. Let me just have a...
Solid wood cupboards.
Yeah. And actually, I'm not going to try. I don't know what's in them. But they are certainly either live with them as they are or paint them up because they're solid wood.
Yeah, I don't know.
And, well, some people, it depends what you like, doesn't it? But we painted ours and just did the little details on them and they look beautiful. So here we've got a good enough sized kitchen. We've got a sink behind Paul. We've got work surface. There's an oven and hob in between the work surface. There's space for the fridge freezer and that leaves this whole area here as work surface. So, dining room. What we don't have really is a dining room, is it? But I'm absolutely certain you could put in here, maybe you'd put in a corner unit there or a breakfast bar, something like that.
Yeah. But as a holiday...
Or a small table.
I mean, it's actually holiday, small kitchen table.
A small table. Now, that door goes out to that courtyard where, more or less in front, the barbecue is, to try and give you a sense of sort of where you are. I haven't got the key, I'm sorry, I can't open it. So this is cottage 2. Oh, hang on, I haven't done upstairs. Go on, up you go. Now here we have marble stairs and iron railings, metal railings, good height, wooden ceilings again. Straight in front into a particularly large and lovely bedroom. It's really, really good sized double here. And depending on which way Paul's going to do the camera, okay. I say this was intended for the wardrobe, so easily that's the built-in wardrobe goes in there. Double bed here, and as you turn around, you're going to get those lovely long-distance forest views. Oh, or a fig tree. But, focus on the left. I could come through this window, which isn't completely obstructed by everything, darling.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, minor detail.
It's a better idea.
That's a better idea. Okay. You could also, well, I suppose we need to do the outside, but I mean, from there, you could actually, if you slant down to the road a little bit, you can show where the road goes down to the right and to the left. To the right, just goes through the lane, and to the left goes up to the village. So this is a really good sized bedroom. And then if I get myself out of the way, also just to note that here in the hallway, there's plenty of space here for this large double and a bit wardrobe. And then you're going to go through there into the other bedroom. Now this is on the house is sort of on a corner. Sort of got a curve on it.
Completely curved.
It is curved from the outside. You can see that it's curved. So again, this will make it's double bedroom, and probably where Paul stood is designed to be where the bed is, which I can see from the switches and the plugs. And then here, you probably build in a wardrobe in this area here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, once again, you can put a built-in wardrobe in that space easily, can't you?
It'd be a really deep one as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So, 2 good-sized double bedrooms, one of them particularly good. Now, here, although there's just WC and wash basin downstairs, we have a full bathroom up here. There is a little step here, which I have just fallen down. Paul heard me from downstairs. So, we've got a bath there. Obviously, that was on your left, there was space for the water heater. It must have had a gas heater there.
Yeah.
And
Gas
actually, I'm guessing that goes down to the storage area where you very first started.
Where the bottle goes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a WC and a large wash basin, plus a window that goes out to the rear garden, which I'm just going to refer to. Oh, I'm getting it wrong. I was going to say the bougainvillea, but it's the wrong way around. Courtyard. It goes to the courtyard. So this is cottage 2. So both of them with a minimal.
There's the veranda.
Yeah, I mean, that's got frosted glass in it, that window. But actually, if it didn't have, you'd change it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You'd change it. You've got really nice views, countryside views there.
Although, how much time you spend hanging out on the landing, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was quite nice just catching a glance of something as you walk past it. The little things make life more pleasant in general.
I'm trying to say.
I'm not going into that conversation. Right. So we're back in the courtyard, which is not the prettiest, but it could be absolutely lovely. I think we should go out to the road.
Yeah, come on then. Lead the way.
Lead the way, dear. Oh, roses. Let's finish with roses. Roses and a pile of sand. Oh, let's finish with the roses that aren't with a pile of sand. And here we go, corner, curved corner. Oh, that shade's lovely. I need to be in the sun, do I? To get the light. Shall we swap then? I'll go and swelter away. Do you want me to? Do you want to swap?
I'm just getting a house at the moment, though.
Okay. Yeah.
As well as I can.
Oh, and if you've got kids, we're at the point where the school buses come and pick up the children. There's a sign there telling me so.
Yeah, there's the school bus stop.
Yep. And what have we got here? Scuola di Ambiente. So, I mean, I don't know. Actually, maybe that is literally a school. Obviously, your village is up there. It's very peaceful, very nice. Hola, bom dia. And so here we have, basically, you look at the price. You've got just under 300 square metres of build. You've got over 2,000 square metres of land, good flat land, plus a well. Plenty of existing orange trees and fig trees. And, I mean, do you want to walk down there and look back up the land?
I was just going to do that.
Yeah, that's what I did earlier. I met the lady on the tractor. So this is the path, the track that runs along the bottom of the land. And as you can see, there's just agricultural land. Look at those great big palms at the bottom. And then to the right, so it's all held up with this stone wall. And then as you go, I mean, you should be able to go along there and get a view of the back of the house, shouldn't you?
Probably, yeah.
I've
seen it from the drone, but yeah.
We haven't, you might have to lift it up above your head. Yeah, okay. We can see an orange tree.
On the house, I can see the house.
Oh, can you? Oh, marvellous.
Yeah.
Okay. So, shall we summarise here now we've cut all the way down here rather than film us sweating our way back up the hill? So, right. It was just under 300 square metres to build. We have over 2,000 square metres of land, reasonably flat. We've got a well, you've got mains water, mains electricity, telephone, all not switched on, but right here. There's obviously a school of some sorts in this village. We've got River Beach 2 minutes away, which I'm going to go and get in a minute. We've got a cafe and a shop that sells, so multi-purpose shop. We are 10 minutes from Vila Nova de Poiares and about 20 minutes from Coimbra. Look at the price, it's a bargain. The work on it, probably like 30-40k. I'm guesstimating, don't judge me on that. But really, for probably about 150k, you've got a really good buy purchase here. Okay, so I'm going to say thank you for watching. We're going to stumble up the hill in the heat. And please do like and subscribe. See you next time.